Hey Cancer, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading for August 31st, 2022. This is for Cancer. Last shuffle for Cancer. Okay, we have consciousness of lack and planning and action. Well, Cancer, there's a warning in this for you not to plan a lot of the things that you're doing based on just feeling like you don't have something. That could really be a disaster for you. This is very important. When you're planning and taking action, of course, yes, it's important to focus on what you don't have, of course, but they're really focusing, wanting you to focus on what you do have. What do you have? You know what I mean? Knight of Wands. This is about, they want you to plan on, there's two different things. You may be waiting on a settlement. You may be waiting on some sort of money to come in, something from hard work, that's something that you've done independently. So it may be something that you didn't do with someone else. It's like an independent something. Let's see, Magician, Nine of Swords. But there's some worry concerning all of that. Let's see. So the consciousness of lack aspect. You have the Knight of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, and the Magician. This would tell me that you may feel like you can't make something happen for yourself right now. You may feel like that where you are going, it's almost like you can't make spontaneous decisions no matter what's going on. Like you may feel like like you're worried. You may feel worried, but then at the same time, you can't worry because it's like about like you have to depend on you. And that's what this looks like. Like I'm all alone. I lack support. I lack the confidence even alone. And I really, ooh, gosh, you may feel like you lack, I almost feel like we have air, fire. You may feel like you lack an emotional connection as well, or something like that. There's something about an emotional something that's lacking because the Magician has everything. But if you're talking about consciousness of lack, right? You have a passion. You have, say there's, as far as a lack energy, your lack would be not in this. It would be lots of passionate communication. Like this is quick. Like the moment you say something, it's like, what did you say? Who you think? You know, that kind of thing. People immediately responding to something you say, but ultimately you are alone. And when it comes to resources or needing things, you are alone in that. Like say you may need something, like it may not even be a luxury. It may be anything that's something that's like not a pure necessity. Like say if you're living with somebody, the pure necessity is that everybody needs lights and water and such. But say you may be like, you know what, I really need this particular cream. You're on your own on that. And then mentally you have no peace of mind. But when it comes to the emotional aspect, like the chalice that the Magician would need, he's lacking the chalice. And your planning and action aspect will go to the Page of Cups and the High Priestess, which is the emotional part, the part that seems to be very much so hidden from you. The planning and action is like you're planning on trying to dig that out, and it looks like the energy is going towards trying to decipher what someone is offering you. Someone may be breadcrumb like this. It feels like a breadcrumb, and the breadcrumb would be. A Page of Cups is the type of person that would be like, how are you doing? They have no intention of giving a crap about your answer. You know, they want to go on a date. You know how like you go on a date with somebody. Now the Page of Cups would do everything. They'd pull the chair out for you. They would open the door for you. As far as, say, the masculine energy, dating a man, right? He would do all these things for you. He would talk about how he feels about X, Y, Z. Oh, I love puppies and I da 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 da. I would love to have children someday, but in reality, he's just saying it. It's a thought and it's an ephemeral concept, but he really does not plan to actually do. And so this would be the kind of man you do have a child with. Then the moment you tell him you're having a child, he's not ready for that, and he leaves, or he tells you just enough, but in reality, he is not ready for this, and he's hiding that from you. And so that would be that energy of a person, of this energy. If it was a person. But what I'm saying is you're looking for that and you're trying to dig deeper into the meaning of things. Planning an action would be reading in between the lines of something someone says, even though what they say is very surface to get you to go in a certain direction. So you're very conscious of the fact that whatever emotional aspect is being offered is peanuts compared to how it's being said, what you actually end up doing. You end up alone in a lot of things, and even carrying a lot of things on your own, and then leaving with a lot of worry in your mind, a lot of worry. So the vast universe aspect with the Five of Cups and Four of Cups. Oh wow. Well, the vast universe aspect is that you feel rejected. You may feel rejected. You may not feel connected to anything or anyone at this point. It might be that you feel rejected or disappointed or even regretful. Okay. And feeling kind of bored with the situation. Like, I'm tired of that. I'm tired of living this way. And so you're looking for a connection in something. You're looking for something that may not even be there in essence, only because of the High Priestess. And I would say that planning to find something out that you feel may be hidden, and maybe it's not hidden. But your intuition is telling you, I think your intuition is telling you that emotionally someone is not mature at all in some way, right? Like, what they say sounds great. Family with the Three of Cups and Strength. Now, the family may, you may have a huge support system, but they all are very casual, sort of. They may be disappointed, casual, and they may be coming on strong. Like, you know how like they're very, you know how people are really loud with their disappointment, but then they're real quiet and have nothing to say when you're doing well. And this kind of looks like that. Like, they're loud as crap when it's time to tell you about yourself and be like, you're not doing XYZ, you're not doing well, and then blah blah blah. But and they want to, but when it's time to when you're doing well, they're friends, and all of a sudden they're just your friend at this point, and they want to celebrate with you, but that's about it. But they're not that loud when you're doing well, you know. They don't have much to say. They just want to have, you know, you're having, this looks like barbecues, cookouts, and such, and you may be footing all of it, and like, oh, I'm barbecuing. They're there for that, right? And then when you're not doing well, they're loud about that, you know, but they're not coming to say, hey, let me bring something for you. Let me help you out. Let me do XYZ. I'm seeing something like that, that you are alone in a lot of things, especially financially. And you have a lot of worry, but then here comes the mouth. Knight of Wands is a very quick, is the first thing that they do. Oh my goodness, blah, 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 blah. And you just, you know, you're waiting on it. You know it's going to come. But then when it comes to emotions, it's nothing but disappointing emotions. Even the emotions of this is flighty, non-committal, sad. You know, this is someone who's like, I'm here for a good time, fair weather, rejection, depression, sadness, misery. You know what I mean? And then breadcrumbing. How are you doing? You know how like people say that, and I can't stand when people, I don't even ask that in public. I say, hey, you know, I'm like, oh, hi, it's you, kind of thing. But I don't ask how you're doing unless I really want to know, because I think it's just really sad to do that to people. There, people are going through mental, you know, stuff, and you're saying, how are you doing? And they're like, you're obligated to be like, I'm doing fine. You may be about to end it all. And so I'm like, you don't ask that unless you really want a true answer. Because if you ask me, I'm going to tell you the truth. Oh, not so good. I'm going to make you stand there too. Because why, you know, that's a societal thing to me that's very, very, very empty, and teaches people to be very empty and despondent and desensitized to others. And I can't stand it. So let me get off my soapbox on that. But the signs that you're dealing with are Aries, or you could be dealing with, are Pisces, Aries, Leo. And you do have fire here and a little bit more water. And so this could be any of the other water signs. So we see Pisces and we have Aries. So it could be another Cancer. It could be a Scorpio. And we also have Aries. We already have Aries, right? So could be Sagittarius as well. So doesn't have to be these signs, but that's what I'm seeing here. There's just some kind of disconnect when it comes to emotions with you and others. And you're looking for that in your life, which is a beautiful and noble thing to do. Don't shortchange yourself ever, right? Because only you can take care of you in this. And so that's what we've got, all right? If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.